What's up, guys? Alright, so the other day my wife went out rock hounding with me and she found this cool crystal, and she put me up to seeing how good I could get it to look on my polisher. So I'm going to go ahead using my polishing pads here with the grit pads 7 steps. 50 is on there right now, and then I have the 100, 200, 400, 800, 1500, and the 3000 grit pad. 1500 and 3000 just going to really polish it and bring it out to a real luster, real deep wet looking shine is the goal, at least. I'm going to go ahead and dip the stone in the water and apply it to the polishing pad as it's circulating. Normally it'll spray water through it, but I have some dry pads on there and we'll just keep the stone wet. We'll fly through this in about 45 minutes to an hour and get this stone in the rough right now to look as jewelry quality as possible. And it is really a translucent stone. You can see it doesn't look like there's any fractures in it at all. So let's see just how beautiful we can get this look. I'll bring you back at the end of each step, show you what it's looking like as we go, and let's get to it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started with this. Step 1, grit pad is 50. Let's see just how good we can get this thing to look here. I'll bring you back here shortly, and we'll see what it's looking like after step 1. Alright. So far, this is the end of step 1, 50 grit. Took a lot of the stone off. It does not look like the same stone. I'm just following the natural edges of it and breaking them down, smoothing it out, and going from there. Let step 1 do most of the work. The other 6 steps, we'll just fine-tune this rock, and the last 2 again are just going to really polish and buff this thing out. Let's move on to step 2, which is going to be the 100 grit. Remove these from the Velcro pads, and then we grab the next. See what the pads look like. Just Velcro. Soft, bendable, you know. Oops. Just line it up. Oh, okay. Look at me, upside down. That don't work. I'm just thinking about this next step. I'm just thinking about what it's going to look like, not even paying attention. And when using these power tools, you got to pay attention. So I will take a minute, take a water break, stretch for a minute, and then get right back to it. Alright, step 2, we'll bring you back. Step 2 is completed. Just finished this there, and so far, so good. Looks like we might have a little fracture in there. Right there. But the rest of it's looking beautiful. Another fracture right there. Alright, step 2 is complete. That's 100 grit. Next will be the 200 grit. And then we'll get this knocked out and we'll bring you back. Okay. Next, we are going to do the 400 grit. This is what it looks like after step 3 is completed. Step 3 again is the 200 grit. Now let's go ahead and take this one off. 200 is done. Start with the 400 and then we're going to go ahead and bring it back. Let's get started. Alright, that is the end of step 4, the 400 grit. Let's go ahead and on to the next one. Step 5, 800 grit. Alright, that's the end of step 5. Alright, on to the 1500 grit. Alright, that is step 6, the 1500 grit. Looking really good from what she looked like when she was rough. Perfectly smooth right now. No dings, no chips, no nicks. Just a flawless surface right now. We're moving on to the last step. I'm going to take my time on this one. This is the really deep polish. Almost zero grit in there. It's so fine of a grit. 3000 grit. We'll bring you back. Alright, we are back with the final results. Done with step 7, the 3000 grit diamond pad. And this is my wife's stone from rough, found out in the desert while rock hounding. This beautiful stone. It's like glass. So let's dry it and now see what she looks like completely dry. Looking for the wet state. Glossy. Okay. Here she is, completely dry. Super shiny. And then I'm going to add a little buff to this to finish her off. And that'll just make it just a tiny bit shinier. But every little bit helps. Check that out. Alright, and then one more test here. One more that I always like to do with these kinds of stones. I flip her over so she sets better. Alright. Still a very beautiful stone. Look at that. No breaks in the light. Perfect, good crystal. Awesome. She's gonna love it. She's gonna love it. Let's see here it goes. Awesome. And that's steps 1 through 7. Diamond pads, 50 grit, 100 grit, 200, 400, 800, 1500, and the 3000 grit. All in about 45 minutes from rough to a beautiful stone. Thank you very much guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't and have a good day.